Hello and welcome to this video, The Transformation of Ego. From the ego's agenda into the light. Religion has created the idea that there is a devil, which from a logical point of view is understandable. But from my perspective, it's the ego. What is the ego? The ego is an alien energy that has infiltrated the logical left hemisphere of people's brain. The ego can only exist in the logical third dimension, which is the physical dimension of light that activates the logical left hemisphere of the brain. For many, the ego is a latent energy that is carried through from previous lifetimes, which is one of the reasons why you have reincarnated, which gives you the opportunity to transform ego consciousness. The ego's agenda is to prevent human enlightenment, which is above the logical third-dimensional light speed. This is due to the fact that the ego cannot exist in any state of consciousness that is above the physical dimensions of light, such as the fourth and fifth dimensions. The controlling systems of darkness that the ego creates are the energies of fear, greed, jealousy, anger, doubt, denial, needs, expectations, and attention seeking. And it can never have enough power. Negativity and dark energies are what feed the ego. The ego continually seeks ways in which to dominate your life, that is, until you wake up to its presence. The energy of ego attacks on two fronts. The first is mental based, and the second is found in the emotional body. Here are 3 basic steps that will help you to eradicate the ego from within your consciousness and energy system. Step 1. The first step is to become self-realized in a way that exposes that you have an ego. For example, your habits can become habitual, which means that we often become unaware of the choices we make and take. For example, you may dislike someone for their ideology, and instead of looking deeper into it, you continue to judge that person in the same manner. It can then become emotional, which often creates anger that only deepens the dislike, which is entirely based on the logical left hemisphere of your brain. Another sign that is trying to tell you that the ego has corrupted the mind is that you are lacking self-trust. If you lack self-trust, then there is a fear, and fear is ego. Fear raises all kinds of emotions that will try to prevent you from stepping into the unknown. And if fear is there, then it is a sure sign that the ego is dominating the choices you take. Every time you allow fear to dominate your feelings, you are feeding and empowering the ego. Step 2. The second step is to begin to expand your consciousness beyond the threshold of logic and up into a higher state of mind. This will create a deeper connection with the right hemisphere of the brain, which will begin the process of freeing you from many of the influences that the ego has established in an effort to control and manipulate the logical left hemisphere of your brain. By denying the ego access to the thing that feeds it, bit by bit, the higher state of consciousness will begin to transform the ego's agenda. Yes, positive thinking is one tool that can be used to transform ego consciousness, as is acceptance, empathy, compassion, and love. Step 3. The third step is to continue empowering the flow of consciousness between the intuitive right and the logical left hemispheres. One way to do this is to develop your intuition, which means listening to the inner guidance you have. For example, if you are looking for an answer to a solution or to a question that you have, send that thought out into the universal consciousness, and something will come back to you in some form, like a sudden thought that gives you insight into something. Listening to your intuition on a deeper level is also a positive step to take, because one's intuition is the messenger of higher consciousness, which, for example, will help transform any fears you are holding. Seek a form of meditation, if not already, because meditation is right brain orientated, and it will build bridges to strengthen your connection between the left and right hemispheres of the brain. I would recommend creative visualization meditation, chiefly because it will activate and open the three higher senses, the faculties of clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience. Continue to build bridges between the left and right hemispheres of the brain, because the right hemisphere will flood the consciousness of the logical left with a higher vibration of light, which will eliminate the ego. Empowering heartfelt feelings will help raise your consciousness and will relay more light into every cell in your physical body. This will help to clear the emotional body of any influences that the ego has established in this area of your being. It is often a good practice to focus on one or two of the ego's control issues at a time. That is, until one is free from the ego's energy. Welcome home. I thank you for watching and listening to this video. Peace, love and light, Ralph Jenkins.